in real time, weeks have passed since the last time I filmed a video about my existential crisis. As someone who's, I guess, kind of a millennial, born in 1981, I'm kind of between the generations of Generation X, but I made those videos. They weren't necessarily popular. Most people didn't really care about them. But for me, my version of sorting it out was to make a video about it, because then I could truly talk openly about it, sort it out, and ultimately, hopefully, help some people out there on the other side of YouTube sort it out. So I never expect those videos to be very popular, and in theory this may be the last one I ever do about the topic. But I think it's important that I at least provide an update, a sense of closure on where I'm at with this concept of an existential crisis before the age of 40, where in essence I've jumped over the flagpole, reference to Super Mario Bros. 1, where I'm already at the top of Maslow's hierarchy of needs pyramid, and I'm not looking for people to confirm my identity. I'm not needing physical things. I don't really have goals that are out of reach at this point. So, but why after a couple of weeks, I'm not really thinking about this anymore? I guess I'm over it. I'm maybe not permanently, maybe I'll still be kind of sorting out the details for the next couple of years, because I hear these things last a couple of years. So maybe that'll be the case. But why, after just a couple of weeks since I filmed that series, why am I not thinking about it anymore? Well, in the first video of the series, I did explain how I felt that I had figured out kind of the 5 ways to solve the existential crisis, and I'll share them again right now real quick. Number 1, do fun and challenging activities, which I totally did. My wife and I took a really cool Jeep drive that weekend, and I mean, just getting out and having fun and doing stuff that you enjoy is very important. I even took off, a week or so and just watched some good movies. I watched I, Tonya. I love that movie. I watched Vice. Man, great. I watched The Meg. I watched Venom. I watched some good movies and I had fun. So there's number 1. Number 2, take a break from routine and responsibilities, which ultimately I did. With me not shooting as many videos and just kind of hanging out and letting time pass a little bit, it helped me feel more alive and connected to humanity. Number 3, talk to other men in real life who may relate. I absolutely did that. And what I think really learned from the process is they had bigger problems than even I have. Even to say I have a problem is to maybe even be a stretch. Number 4, serve others who need your life experience. I'm actually in the works of leading this boys hike, a reoccurring thing, and I'm putting that together, and that's really kept me focused on, hey, this is gonna be a lot of fun to lead a hike in the park with my son and his friends. So already from that alone. Number 5, determine your faith or perspective. That's very important to know that it's a matter of, even if you don't think about it very often, one day you're not going to be alive anymore, and you have to decide, what do you think happens after you die? Does your consciousness exist beyond your body? That's something you have to determine whether you think is real or not. For me, I definitely do. I am of the Christian faith, and it's a matter of going through all these 4 things and attaching that to it. I feel like I'm in a good place with my existential crisis. I feel like it's less of a crisis and more of, ultimately in closing, I guess, in addition to those 5 things, just talking it out. Just being able to face this thing, not to ignore it, not to be quiet about it, to watch videos like I've made on it, to talk to other people about it and say, hey, even if it's someone who can't relate at all, say, you know what? This is what's going on in my head right now. And no, it's not depression or anxiety. It's something completely different. I feel disconnected from the human experience because all of the goals that I had put on my list of things to do in life, I've pretty much already reached them at a younger age in life than expected. And I just kind of feel like I'm in a weird place. Well, guess what? You are in a weird place. But those 5 things I shared, in addition to acknowledging it, I think is a big deal. I think there's a lot of power when you say something out loud that's bothering you and you talk to people, even if they can't relate. It makes you kind of feel more alive, and I think it shrinks that monster to where maybe doesn't really bother you anymore. That's my update. I think at this point, I won't be making any more videos about this because ultimately, no one's really watching them. But sometimes I make videos to sort stuff out and help myself out. So if nothing else, even if I just helped one person, it was worth it. And maybe I'm that one person. If you have anything to say, comments belong right here.